This case is about far more than rent. It's about a family displaced, a home declared unsafe, and a courtroom collision between legal deadlines and human reality. A mother with 4 children says she can't move because the house is uninhabitable. The landlord wants possession now. The judge wants answers today. And somewhere in the middle, mold allegations, escrowed rent, a collapsed ceiling, and a ticking clock that could decide whether this family gets time or gets put out. Watch closely, because every word in this courtroom matters.
We represented ourselves.
All right. Where are we in regard to this case?
So, Your Honor, I filed a motion to dismiss. I'm not sure if that came into your chambers yet.
What's the basis of your motion to dismiss?
The fact that the water bill is what I'm being charged for as non-payment of rent. The water bill is high due to a broken wax ring in the toilet. As per a contractor that Ms. Jelani hired, who stated that this is the cause of the entire problem, and that's never been fixed. That was the first time when the ceiling collapsed. They figured this would happen. So a year later, this was not professionally done. She dismissed this contractor because she didn't want to get it done right. She hired a family friend who did not fix it right. She did not replace the tub or the toilet or fix the wax ring. So because of that, as per his expertise, he stated that
How much is owing?
I'm sorry?
Your Honor, if I may, these 2 cases were consolidated. There was originally a non-payment case, and then there is a termination of tenancy case as well. Quite frankly, we're just looking for possession back, and I'd be more than happy to dismiss the non-payment of rent.
And there's no lease.
The lease expired in May.
So there's no lease.
We're at a month to month, and I want to leave. I can't leave because work is being done.
Says what?
The work is being done in the home, and there's mold in the home. I put that all in the case that
I understand that, ma'am, but what they want is for you to vacate the premises. And so you're telling me you can't leave because why?
because there's mold in the home and it's not safe to go in. There's no movers who will go in there. I don't want to stay there, but I can't get my stuff out because when we left, everything was just as it was. And it's been that way since August till today. So till today, work is not being done. If you go in there, from what a mover I did send over there saw, it's the floors are missing. They're not going there. It's not safe.
Your Honor, a little context maybe to help the court. If the court recalls, back in August, there was a loss at the premises. The defendants vacated. The only thing remaining really is their personal possessions. And that's really all we're trying to get is their personal possessions.
And I can definitely do that as long as it's safe to go in for someone. I'm not gonna get sued for.
Well, who said it's unsafe?
A couple of things. There's a sticker on the doors.
What sticker?
There's a sticker.
If I may, Your Honor.
There's a sticker on the door by the fire chief. Do not enter the property unless you're working on it.
Correct.
Right.
Which means that you can enter the premises.
Right. They can enter the premises to do work or to move, but companies are not willing to go in like that. I had one company call before.
This makes no sense to me.
They won't go in.
Disagree, Your Honor. If again, some context, when the loss occurred, they shut off the water because it was a water damage issue. The water and then
I don't even need to know that.
okay.
When are you going to get your stuff out?
As soon as they're done working on the property. Or as
No, it doesn't work that way.
Okay.
You've got to get your property out.
Absolutely, but no one will go in there and take it out because of the status of the home.
Who?
Your Honor, my clients don't even have keys. The only keys
There's
are
a
in
lockbox
lockbox
on the
that
door,
defendant has.
and she has access to the property.
She doesn't. My client doesn't have any access. We're just trying to get the property back.
And I will gladly give it.
Why are you guys talking over each other?
I'm sorry.
I have repeatedly requested just a date or a time frame to get stuff out, and I'm still not done.
When there's floors, then people can go in and take stuff out. There's no floors to walk on, and there's
How
mold.
much property's in there?
A lot, my whole house, my whole life, Your Honor.
So what would you do if I said they can move it out, put it outside the premises, you gotta come get it?
That wouldn't be fair. 'Cause
Pardon? That what?
It wouldn't be fair because
It wouldn't be?
my whole life is in there, Your Honor. I have to pack my stuff, my children's stuff. People just coming in and just taking your stuff
But
out.
you can't just sit there and not do anything.
I'm not, sir. I'm looking for someone who is willing to go in there and remove my items.
Then what you need to do
Okay.
is I'll pass it, take a break. You need to call. I want to know who you called. Find somebody before you leave here today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So I have to have my stuff out by today.
What did I just say to you?
He said, find somebody.
You need to call somebody. You can use your phone, look up whoever you got to look up,
Okay.
call them, find somebody that's going to move your stuff and when they can do it.
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you.
And then I'll call the case back up, but don't leave the building until such time as I tell you you can leave, because we're going to get a date today. And that was fun. Okay. Go ahead.
So I called several companies and they posed a very valid question that I forgot to bring up. Where will you be taking your items to now? I don't have any place to take it because I'm displaced because of the landlord's negligence to fix the housing, the ceiling collapse. So I'm in a hotel with 4 children. I have nowhere to take it. That's one thing. I need time to find a place. I've been looking since May. And even more now in August, and nobody wants to rent with me because they're like, you have an eviction. So I did ask though, I said, well, if I had to move the stuff, could you come? There's mold present. 2 men in a truck said, no, they're not doing it. I can call, put Debbie on the speaker. This side up moving said, absolutely not. That's via text because of the mold present. A third party, he says, he has to see how bad it is, but with mold, he can't send his guides in there.
If I may, Your Honor, my client would be happy to give 30 days to get their stuff out, and after that, the writ would issue. There's some other options we can put on the table here to get this over and done with.
I need to be able to find a place to stay. I can try. I don't know.
Okay, so here's the problem. You got to find a place.
Yeah, I've been trying. You're right.
No, you got to find a place.
I
Because if you can't find a place, so understand what will happen.
okay.
What will happen is I will set this for trial. If you lose that trial, it's not going to, all of these questions aren't going to matter, because what will happen is I'll give them the authority just to put it out on the curb.
Your Honor, I need more time than 30 days to get out of there. It's not like I don't want to be there. I need to find. I don't want to go to trial. I really don't. I want to be done with this, but I need to find a place where the rent's if there's something given to me.
Have you asked them how much time they'll get? They are saying 30 days. Have you proposed anything to them about time frame?
Yeah, I've told this to Mr. Evanchik. I've told him that what's going on. I've been in conversation with him. He's just telling me, get out, get out, get out.
Okay, fine. But if he's saying 30 days, have you given him a time frame that you could do it?
He never said 30 days, but I cannot.
Okay, he just said 30 days. Do you have a time frame that you could do it?
I might need 90 days because there's an eviction. If the eviction can go away and I can get something from the court showing prospective landlords that I'm not on eviction, I'm not being evicted, I was never evicted, they will rent to me. My credit is fine. It's not the issue. It's just this fact. I didn't want to spend Thanksgiving in a hotel with my 4 kids or Christmas or their birthdays.
30 days, conditional order dismissal.
30 days is not enough.
With the reinstatement in the event that the,
Your Honor, excuse me, Your Honor, can I speak, please, if you don't mind?
Sure.
Okay, Miss Janet Garden has been staying with us. The biggest problem out of this whole issue is the kids that are involved. And they came out of that house. My nephew was in the ceiling fell, almost killed him. She just lost that. She lost one of her child during COVID. So it's been like an emotional roller coaster, a single mom with 4 kids. She's been paying our rent to this, the landlord. I've been helping out this family. And it's just to see when things happen and there's a crisis. Within those crisis time, everything everyone wants in the society is money, 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 money. Not forgetting the people that has been displaced in this situation.
Ma'am,
They didn't
that's not
really
true
know
here
unless
because they
they-
said, ma'am, that's not true here because they said that
The
they
guy's
just
been
want
so
the premises.
aggressive. The guy's been
Wait,
very
let-
aggressive.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do?
I need more time. I will leave the
Then
premises.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you out there, talk to Mr. Evercheck. You guys try to figure out a time.
He's very aggressive,
Your
sir.
Honor, please.
He's very
Wait,
aggressive.
hold on.
All right, then you're gonna need to talk to me.
Yes.
If
Your
you
Honor.
want the bottom line of aggressiveness, you're gonna have to talk to me.
Yes.
So I'm gonna pass the matter. Have a seat.
Yes, sir.
Okay, folks. So we are not any further along than when I last left you, I'm presuming.
No, Your Honor, I did try to discuss this with, not successful.
And ma'am, what is there's no lease.
No.
So I guess the question becomes, why wouldn't I just give them a judgment and give you 10 days to move?
Well, because there was conversation of continuation of a lease prior to this collapse. And if it wasn't for the collapse, I probably would have at this point found a place to stay. And I would not be in a hotel spending thousands of dollars. And we wouldn't be here at all. And there would be no eviction. And I would have been able to get a new place smoothly and have my family safe and happy.
But you understand that I really don't, other than maybe a few equities that fall to your side, have a reason to delay it. I mean, here's the reality of it. The reality is you're gonna need to move,
Yes.
all right? So from my standpoint, it's the issue of time. And you're saying you need 90 days.
At least, sir.
Well, that's not going to happen. I mean, I can tell you, I'm not going to issue a judgment for 90 days. Is rent being paid?
No, because the property is not habitable.
Got it.
There is rent and escrow from when this originally started as a non-payment, paid $2,500, so we would ask that that be my client.
No. If it wasn't for the landlord's negligence, we wouldn't be here to begin with.
Okay, well, I can solve the escrow issue right now. I'm not returning it to anybody right at this moment. Okay. Because the issue is a move out.
All right, so how much time can you allot me, Your Honor? Because, I mean, there'll be another case with the situation of the housing and all, but right now they want possession. So what's the max amount of time you can give me, knowing that no one is willing to come and move my property? And also knowing that I cannot find a new place within the state of Michigan with the open eviction under my name?
Well, let me answer it this way. I try to resolve these in a fashion where it is beneficial for both parties. All right. And let me ask you this. Would you be able to get this all arranged in 30 days?
No, sir.
All right.
I can, if you will allow me maybe 60 days, that would be more. If I can also get something from the court or the landlord stating that I'm not evicted. So when I do present my application to new housing, I can present that as well.
And Your Honor, if I may, as we previously indicated, we're happy to do a conditional order dismissal to move this along.
Your Honor, how long does an eviction stay within your court, please? Because they do check that.
What do you mean? How long does it stay?
Like if a prospective landlord's realtor is looking at my name or pulling up records to see.
What if they pull it up and they look at it? And what counsel's indicating is if we do this by way of a conditional order of dismissal, then it will look as though the case is dismissed.
Okay,
And then otherwise, it's going to look like there's a judgment or a pending action.
right. Okay.
If they come in, I will say this, if they come in and look closely at the file, they may see something different,
Oh,
but it will reflect as a conditional order of dismissal. It'll look as though it's dismissed. If you comply with all of the terms and plaintiff doesn't have to then issue the judgment and have you evicted, it will look as though it is dismissed.
okay. I don't know how that's gonna help me or hurt me, but what I would like to ask is, did you get a moment to look at my motion to dismiss? Can we just dismiss it all altogether, being that?
Your motion to dismiss is denied. There isn't a basis for me to dismiss the case. In
Okay,
particular, not the termination action.
I'm sorry.
In particular, not the termination action.
Okay, so the eviction is based on $200 that I did not pay for her to fix the plumbing because the plumbing was never fixed. Until the time that
Ma'am, if you want to litigate this case, then you can litigate it. And you're gonna be right at that 10-day period. But if you want to go ahead, you can go ahead.
Well, no, I don't want to be at a 10-day period. I would like to have time to get a company who's willing to move my stuff out with the mold situation.
All right, here's what I would suggest to the parties.
Okay.
That there be a conditional order of dismissal with that the defendant would vacate the premises by January 31st of 2025.
I apologize, Your Honor, I'm not doing the math, but is that more than 56 days?
It is not.
Okay, so we're under 56.
Yes,
I think that works out to pretty close to 45 days.
correct. So about,
My client's fine with that.
what about you?
Okay, T-shirt. Can I get something next week? I'm sorry, Your Honor, you said.
The January 31st date. Okay. Now, I think in the conditional order of dismissal would have to acknowledge that you're not residing in the premises, but that they're and won't reside in the premises.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
That the conditional order of dismissal would have to indicate that you're not residing in the premises, will not reside in the premises, but that you have personal property in the or on the property,
Okay,
and that the personal property would have to be removed by defendant prior to that date.
okay,
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 just so that we make that clear. All right. Also, in the conditional order dismissal, the amount held in escrow, that the court will rule on that issue after the defendant has vacated the premises,
okay.
as to where that property would go or where that money would go. And I can give a court date for you guys to come back. I need a court date in February. And that there's a hearing set on the escrow for February 4th, 2025 at 9 a.m.
Do we have to be here in person, Your Honor?
You'd have to submit a form to appear in Zoom.
I'm sorry, sir.
You'd have to submit a form if you're going to appear by Zoom. I'm not guaranteeing that I would say that you can.
Okay,
If you have if everything is out of the property, I'm going to be much more inclined to let that happen.
sounds good to me. One more thing. In regards to the mold and everybody denying me to come in because of the mold, is it possible for you to put into the conditional that they can at least show something that the mold has been taken care of? So, because people are gonna have to come in and pack my stuff, so they're comfortable doing.
Well, I'm not going to get into that. I will just say this,
Okay,
that mold can appear there's mold everywhere. The question is whether or not the mold is
of a type and nature that exposure to that would jeopardize some impairment of human health.
It is.
I don't know that, ma'am.
No, I sent you the law report.
I understand that, but there are differences in, there are still differences in that. So I am not going to, I'm not here to make a ruling and will not make a ruling as it regards the mold and the like. If the folks that move in go in to move your property, have to mask up or do whatever it needs to protect themselves, and they certainly can do that.
Okay.
Because if you don't move the property, the reality is that's precisely what plaintiff is going to have to do in regard to getting the property out of the premises. So, all right. Anything else?
No, if I could just read back through this really quick, Your Honor.
Yes.
And I'm going to be preparing this.
Yes.
So, defendant to vacate on or before January 31st, 2025, removing personal property possession. Defendants have already vacated the premises. That the court will consider on 4th, 2025 at 9 o'clock in regards to $2,500 that escrowed. I assume that if we are able to reach resolution ahead of that, then we don't need to come back.
Correct.
Okay, so I will draft this up and submit it to the court. Have a copy of both or post at the time.
All right. Very good.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Do either of you have any other questions?
No, that'll be all.
All right. Thank
Have
you.
a happy holiday.
Have a wonderful holiday, sir.
You do the same.
Let's break down what we just witnessed, because this courtroom exchange is a masterclass in how housing law, procedure, and human stakes collide in real time. At the core of this case is possession, not punishment, not fault, not damages. The landlord isn't asking the court to resolve mold, plumbing, or negligence today. They want the property back. Period. And that distinction matters because eviction court often operates on a narrow legal question while much bigger issues remain unresolved elsewhere. The tenant's argument centers on habitability. She repeatedly explains that she didn't refuse to move. She couldn't. The property was flagged by the fire department, floors were removed, mold was present, and multiple moving companies declined the job due to safety concerns. From her perspective, she's trapped in limbo, unable to retrieve her belongings, displaced to a hotel with 4 children, and facing housing discrimination because an eviction filing, even a pending one, can follow you long before a judgment ever does. On the legal side, the judge makes something very clear. There is no active lease. Once the lease expired, the tenant became month to month, and that significantly limits how much time the court can legally grant. Judges don't have unlimited discretion. They must balance equity with statutory authority, and that's exactly what's happening here. This is where the concept of a conditional order of dismissal becomes critical. Instead of issuing an immediate judgment, which could result in a 10-day move-out and belongings placed at the curb, the court offers a compromise. If the tenant removes her personal property by January 31st, 2025, the case is dismissed. That means no final eviction judgment on her record if she complies. That's not nothing. It's meaningful relief, but it comes with pressure. The tenant wanted 60 to 90 days, the landlord offered 30. The judge split the difference, not out of emotion, but out of legal realism. The court also held the $2,500 rent escrow, refusing to release it until after possession issues are resolved. Again, procedure first, damages later. One of the most striking moments comes when the judge addresses the mold issue. The court does not rule on whether the mold is hazardous. Why? Because that question requires expert testimony, inspections, and evidence, none of which eviction court is designed to fully adjudicate. Instead, the judge states a hard truth: movers can protect themselves, and if the tenant doesn't remove the property, the landlord eventually will, and that brings us to the emotional heart of this case. This isn't just about furniture. This is about a family's entire life boxed inside a damaged home, a mother trying to shield her children from instability, and a system that moves on deadlines, not feelings. So here's the question for you. Did the court strike the right balance between law and compassion? Should habitability concerns pause possession entirely? Or does that open the door to indefinite delays? And if you were the tenant, what would you have done differently, knowing how eviction law works? In the end, this ruling doesn't declare a winner. It creates a narrow path forward, one that gives the tenant time, protects the landlord's rights, and preserves future claims for another day in another courtroom. And cases like this are exactly why courtroom literacy matters, because the difference between a judgment and a dismissal can change someone's life. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.